academic and other members of staff of the university, the students of Makerere, visibly represented by their president and the vice president.
On restoring the administration building which had been burnt. I congratulate you. I was happy to take part in commissioning it, and I acted as a tour guide to you new people, to show you where we used to have some historical debates, like the debate we had in 1969, in which I participated, and Professor Mazrui was there, and Dr. Rodney was there. Even Kanyihamba, I remember Kanyihamba was also there. And we had our big arguments between the patriots, who were led by Dr. Rodney, and those who were pro other ideas, led by Professor Mazrui. I remember Professor Mazrui saying, I am not in conflict with Dr. Rodney. And then when Rodney came up, he said, we are not in conflict, we are not even in contact. Very historic debate. Because you cannot conflict with somebody who is talking about different things when you are talking about different things. So I congratulate the university. As Professor Nawang said, my main concern was the records of the university, of the students. But otherwise, Buzimbe. Just build a new one. That's no big problem. So we have built it now. Secondly, I want to congratulate you on having a new chancellor in the person of Dr. Crispus Kionga. Dr. Crispus Kionga is an outstanding cadre and leader of the NRM. He's a member of the Central Committee, and he has been very active in our efforts ever since 1980, when we were involved with UPM. So I congratulate him and I congratulate the university. Now, universities, including Makerere, are centers of knowledge. The question is, what is knowledge? Knowledge is about what? Part of the problem of Africa has been the confusion on this idea. What is knowledge? The universe, there are different figures which I have seen. Some figures say the universe has been here for the last 30 billion years. Others say 15 billion. But the universe has been here for a very long time. The universe, the Earth, the planets, beyond the planets. However, the human beings have been here in our form, in our present form, have been here for 4.5 million years, according to some records. So that is when what you call Homo sapiens sapien evolved. The wise man. The wise man. Now, much of the knowledge is around this man, this wise man. This wise man had 3 characteristics which other creatures did not have. He had a superior brain. He was bipedal. He could stand on 2 legs, when most animals walk on 4 or crawl on the ground. And he had a hand that could do work and shape tools. Now, within the NRM, we studied this evolution of man and society very seriously. And we call it political economy. Now, political economy is not political science, the sort of things I saw in the university when we were there. Political economy is the study of the laws that govern the evolution of society. And we saw a man called Garkandi. Mtawani wa Bitaro. He had a piki. I think he was an assistant agriculture officer. See, he's from Makerere. And he has got a diploma. We were really impressed. But when I came into government, even before I came into government, I knew those people who had done BSc agriculture. At that time, during the time of the colonial people, it seems, I don't know, you can study it. It seemed they were teaching our people very well how to grow crops, how to put them in line, how to use improved seeds, how to do this. Good agricultural practices. But value addition, it seems it was not being talked about. When you produce cotton, I know this because from my guerrilla side, I came to know more about value addition than even some of our people, the scientists. For instance, when I went to Namulonge, where they were telling me about cotton. They were saying cotton, you can get textiles from cotton. You can get cooking oil from cotton seeds. You can also get animal feeds from cotton seed cake. I waited. They didn't. They stopped there. I said, do you know that you can get gunpowder? That they get gunpowder from cotton? And these people seem not to know. They didn't know why the Chinese were buying so much cotton from here, taking it. They would go and make gunpowder, nitrocellulose, and sell it to us here who are asleep. And because of that, you find our military industries are not as efficient as the Chinese ones, because we are using imported gunpowder, nitrocellulose, to pack it here. Our only job is to pack it. So I was telling you, why don't you produce? We are the ones with the cotton. So these science courses, they must be integrated, teaching how to look for materials, as the professor was saying, Professor Nawang was saying, how they can look for the minerals, but we should have the technology to look for the minerals, but to add value to all of them up to the last, so that we get value from them. Our knowledge about nature from the science side. Now, this is now natural sciences. But from the science side of social science, it is again the same challenge. Because this human being, this Homo sapiens sapien, when he was inventing things, and it would affect the way society is organized. You have seen that when fire was invented, the whole society changed from staying in trees to staying in caves. When our people, ancient people invented agriculture, the whole thing changed. In the hunter-gathering times, the hunter was very important because he's the one who was feeding the family. But now, with the crops, the one who could cultivate became very important, and who could domesticate animals. So every change in level of science affects the society. Now, are we conversant with these social ideas? Because these are now social ideas now. I came here and I spoke to Professor Chirumira. He was the one heading the history department. And I wanted to engage them because I was already very active with the science side. The food technology people, I was with them, Chamhangire, Florence Muranga, and all of those. The Kira Motors, Musasizi, Tokodri. I'm always very busy with those to deepen the ideas of natural science. How about the social science side? Because there are a lot of problems there. The paralysis in Africa is because of that side of the social sciences. The correct ideas of how to organize society. So I therefore challenge you, and I challenge Dr. Kionga to audit this. How is that? When we came from the bush, I brought these ideas. And I met Dr. Mujaju. We came, I talked with Dr. Mujaju, we talked. I thought he had got what I was saying. Introducing political economy as a paper in all courses. Whatever you study, have a paper to understand the laws that govern the changes in society. Which are these laws? I'm telling you that law number one is that when there's change in science and technology, there are concomitant changes in society. That's what I'm telling you now. And this is what I wanted Mujaju to follow up. But then Mujaju went and made development studies. Before I knew that you could get a degree in development studies. It was a whole degree now. But me, I was talking about a paper in political economy, not how is the development studies from where do you put economics? Where do you put what? I couldn't. Up to now, I have not had time really to go back for that battle. So when I went to our university in Mbarara, which I had started, because in Mbarara I started it myself, and I wanted it to follow our NRM ideas. I put a faculty of medicine. Then with Professor Kayanja, we added a faculty of computer science, no, science education, to teach science teachers. Then we added, I think, Bachelor of Nursing and Bachelor of Computer, something. Then they had started development studies. Please, please. Please, 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 please. I don't know what I protested. I didn't go on the streets, but I don't know whether it is still there in Mbarara or what. So, with these few words, regarding the road unit, that's a very good idea. A road unit for, I would definitely support that so that you can have your own road unit. You teach your engineers how to make roads and how to to do buildings and so on. Practically, I totally agree with that. Coming to talk to the students, I will be very happy. Oh, I like talking. If you invite me, you do so at your own risk. So I will happily come. But I think we are moving very well because since we introduced the research fund, you have seen what has been achieved. The banana project of Dr. Muranga, the projects of Professor Chamangire, the Kira Motors, the vaccines, things are really moving. The anti-tick vaccine of Dr. Kahwa and Naro, they have invented an anti-tick vaccine where you can kill where the cow can kill the ticks. So the ticks are now endangered species instead of endangering the cows. So we are moving very well. I just want us to refine that. All these graduates of agriculture, you must not only grow the crops, but to know how to use them to the last gram. Because what's happening in the world is a scandal. I have given you
for those remarks. Thank you always for the wisdom that you give to Makerere. A reference point in Makerere's history. It is not a day that comes every so often. And we shall live to tell. Thank you, thank you. As His Excellency departs, let me take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to request you